What's going on, guys? Welcome to Hybrid Movies episode 19. I'm your host, Nick, and I'm joined, of course, by Michael, aka Fairwell34.
What a dooski, guys. Glad to be here.
And we also have James with us.
Hi, Delio, neighborinos. How are y'all doing?
Doing good. We also have Antoine, aka Earth Eagle GT.
What's up? How's it going, guys?
And we also, rounding out the cast, we got Luke. So we got everybody tonight.
Yeah, I'm back, bitches.
Yeah. Were you? What was
the squad?
How long have you been gone off the podcast? I think you're.
Wasn't I on the last episode?
Yeah,
I think you were actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was no point in me even saying that. Fine.
Okay. I feel like before that you were like absent though.
I was gone for a while before that. Like I thought like 4 episodes in total. I wasn't on for a while.
Okay.
It had to be a month. Yeah.
It must have been a month. Yeah.
And then Antoine, what was the last one you were on? I think it was like 13, 14 or something.
Only like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we talking about? I'm so confused. What was I'm trying to think. Oh, the Predator thing, was it, right? It was like pushed back or something. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I said I wanted to see Peel die.
Yeah. And we talked about the Avatar sequels too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Michael, what have you been up to today? Just to get into the show here.
I've been just hanging out. Today's honestly, I think, out of the busy schedule recently with videos, Saturdays are the only days I have to myself to just relax and really not do any videos. So I've just been hanging out with friends and recording this podcast now. So
okay,
can't leave it all.
What else did you just do though before we started?
I bought. Oh, actually, yes, I got my plane ticket for San Diego Comic-Con, which is going to be.
Okay, so now it's really official.
It's happening, guys. Like I can tweet it out now, and it'll all be good.
Okay, cool. James, anything new with you?
Well, me and the family we're down in Blacksburg for my brother's graduation from B-Tech.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
And so we just got back, and we're dirty, we're tired, but hey, I'm here joining you guys, so it's all good.
You guys had a pizza party though.
Yeah, we did. We actually did have pizza did have pizza tonight.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, cool. Luke, anything new with you?
Not really. I've just been getting all my videos done for next week and a few for the week after because I'm going to be on a cruise and not really available to just kind of do them one by one.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, I noticed you've been getting a lot of stuff done ahead of time, like way ahead.
Yeah.
Luke,
but tonight I'm probably going to try to crank out another 2 IT videos just to cover the Monday where I don't know if I'll be back in time to do it, but I mean, it's been fine for the most part. I think getting them out at this time, I might just do this on a regular basis because it's a lot more beneficial in all honesty.
Yeah, I feel
because you're able to knock it out and then you don't have to worry about it. You just schedule it, whatever. So how are you not running dry on topics though for it?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been having a lot like recently, but I don't know because I'm kind of worried for the future. I've got like a few topics for this week and the week coming up, but after that I'm gonna have to really brainstorm a little bit to see what's left to really tackle. I might have to actually have a meeting or something because again the well might be running a little dry in terms of what else to talk about it.
Okay. You just gotta maybe expand that to like Stephen King universe, cinematic universe.
Yeah, like again, we might have to bring that up with just Stephen King stuff in general. And I mean, as we get forward, more stuff's probably going to come out and more topics maybe. But I mean, like again, as September comes closer, and I guess once the movie finally releases, it'll just be stuff about the movie. But then it might dwindle out after that because who knows? But
yeah,
I've enjoyed doing them for the most part.
Yeah, hopefully that we start getting more clips and stuff because that'll help out too. Like more clips, some more news about the movie, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, Antoine, anything new with you since we last had you on?
What took me a while was finishing my final year. I mean, not my final year, like my last semester.
Mm-hmm.
Not final. I still have another year of college, but like I was finishing my semester at school, and right now I'm on a 4-month summer break.
Hey, me too.
And I've been trying to like get internships out in LA and stuff like that. So just trying to look ahead for the future and all that type of good stuff.
Okay, cool. Where are you looking at? Like, what kind of position or what do you want to do?
For my school has this cool internship program, so I kind of like they have connections with different companies and like different big industry labels and stuff like that. So I can either get like paid internships as like marketing stuff or just like video editor or whatever, like little jobs, and then eventually grow up the ladder in that case.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
You guys heard it here
All
first.
right.
Anton before he becomes big in the movie industry.
I'm gonna control the DC cinematic universe soon, so watch out.
God, I hope so.
We're
'Cause,
getting-
man, that Zack Snyder guy, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, jeez. Anyone could do a better job. No, anyways, yeah, I don't know. In terms of what I'm doing, jeez. What am I up to? Not much. Just making videos, editing stuff. It's been like chaotic, but yeah, that's about it. Oh, also, this upcoming Tuesday, I'm gonna be working LA City elections, so that'll be fun, I guess.
Hey.
Another 14-hour day doing that annoying stuff, but so I guess since we got all that out of the way, let's get into the movies that we did or did not see this past week. Michael, is there anything that you got to catch, hopefully?
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get to see a movie this weekend, unfortunately. But I did see an old movie, one of my favorites. I saw Kingsman, and I gotta say, it still holds up. I think I even appreciate it a little bit more. It's still an awesome movie. Matthew Vaughn did a fantastic job directing that. It's a ton of fun. Super stylish. Yeah, still love that movie.
You know what I forgot about that movie when I rewatched it like
What was
a
it?
week ago? There's that Mark Hamill's in it.
Yeah, he's just like
I was
in
like,
the comics
what?
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's so funny.
like,
He's not
holy shit,
actually
Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill. He's like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
doctor, but in the comics, and they say they kidnapped Mark Hamill. But it's so funny that they actually got him to play in the movie. It's so dope.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. James, anything you got to catch over the past week?
Theater-wise, no, because me and the family were down for graduation. But tonight, we decided to rewatch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey.
My dad had never seen it, so we got to show him for the first time, and I think he really liked it. And watching it again, comparing it between this one and these two, even though I like both of them really much, I think number one still has the lead.
Yeah. It has that richness to it, the simplicity of the story. And
Yeah, also I think the color scheme, like there's a difference between 1 and 2. I think number 2 is a bit more vibrant, bit more colorful. I think the first one still has like that little bit of darkness, bit of
that Man of Steel filter.
It's got that gray filter on.
kind of, yeah, but like when they go to the City of Nowhere, for example, like it's it's very creative, very colorful and bright, but at the same time it's not like neon colors like the second one.
Yeah, it's
It's like
a little
Ego's
more
Planet.
reserved.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What did you think of the soundtrack for the first one versus the second one?
Ooh, I honestly I think I like the second one a bit more. I don't know. I really like the songs on the second one a lot. Whereas the first one, like, I like the songs there, but sometimes, like, if I'm listening to it on my phone, like, there will be songs that I'll skip over. With the second one, there's, like, only maybe one song that I'll skip over, but maybe it'll get to the point where I'll skip, multiple songs just to get to the one song that I really like.
Okay, cool. Luke, anything new that you got to watch?
No, I've been busy with like graduation and everything. I didn't actually get to go check out anything, especially not King Arthur, the Legend of the Sword.
What about Lowriders?
I didn't even know that was a thing. In all honesty,
How
I
does
didn't know
no
what
one
that
know
was.
that? It's the biggest film of the year.
Is it? What's it
It's
about?
gonna get all the Oscars.
I haven't
About
seen a
Lowriders,
commercial
what do you
of
need
it.
about?
I haven't seen a commercial of it. I didn't even know it was a thing.
I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
it's like-
that, but it sounds like a spin-off to Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, it is. It's in the same universe.
Yeah, it's the same movie, but the cars are really close to the ground.
It's like Tokyo Drift, but with Mexicans.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Mexico Drift.
Yeah.
Damn. Antoine, anything that you got to watch over the past couple weeks?
I saw Cinderella and Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay, what'd you think of Guardians 2?
I liked it. I was kind of nervous just because I don't know, just Marvel movies. I was thinking a lot of just like I wasn't too hopeful with the sequel, especially like how much I really enjoyed the first movie. I didn't know James Gunn could really like pull it out of him to do something that I would like as much the second time. But I did enjoy it. I don't really have like an opinion on like which one's better now because like it's still fresh seeing that second one. But
Yeah.
I liked it a whole lot, and I thought the acting was better, especially from like Batista. Like the first movie, he was just kind of like one note, and I feel like he had a little bit more range in this one, or comedic range, I guess.
Okay. Awesome. So in terms of what I saw, I didn't see any new movies either, but I ordered a couple movies off Amazon. I got to watch American Graffiti again, which I love that movie. Classic George Lucas. A lot of people don't realize that he actually did this movie. It was such a different kind of departure for what he had done, because right before this he did THX, and he bankrupted his company that he founded with Francis Ford Coppola doing that movie, and then he founded Lucasfilm Limited, which is his company that he obviously had up until recently, and he did this. This is his first movie, American Graffiti, co-produced by Francis, and it's just a great movie. It's a great kind of just happy, fun look at cruising in a small town in California. So I definitely recommend you guys check it out. If you haven't seen it, it's a great movie.
Yeah, and early Harrison Ford role too, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's so weird because originally he wasn't going to cast Harrison in Star Wars because he didn't want any actors that he already worked with, but obviously it ended up working out, and Harrison became Han Solo. So there you go. But yeah, enough of American Graffiti. So let's look at the movies ahead for next week. May 19th, we have Everything, Alien Covenant, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike.
That's what I like to hear.
Michael, anything that stands out to you there you want to check out?
Diary of the... I'm just playing. Alien Covenant is definitely the one I'll be checking out that Thursday night.
Thursday night preview.
Yep, most likely I'll be checking that out. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with that. I gotta watch Prometheus beforehand just to freshen up, you know?
Yeah, I recommend. Yeah, definitely. Anyone that wants to check out Alien, I would recommend watching Prometheus and then watching the two prologue clips that they put up on YouTube. Those are very key, I think. That's kind of the weird thing. It's like, to enjoy the movie more, you have to watch these two YouTube clips. Like, that's
I know,
kind of
it's like
eh.
DLCs. Like, come on, man. Like, you know, I would tell them to play before the movie too. That would be nice, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, well.
In the larger scheme of things, it doesn't really have anything to do with the movie, but it's just kind of like this viral marketing piece, I guess, that helps you just fill in blanks and kind of, you know, put pieces together for different characters. So definitely check those out. But Luke, anything you're looking forward to that weekend?
Oh, man. Alien is like the top of the list, but I mean, unfortunately, I'm not going to be here when it comes out.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to catch it.
You gotta watch the camera on your
He's gonna watch it off of a...
I'm not even going to be able to. I can't
your
watch
phone.
the camera.
well, isn't there...
it's unfortunate, but
What is that?
I'll try and see it whenever I can, at the very least.
James, anything you're looking... What stands out to you that weekend?
Well, first I gotta say, I can't believe they're still going on with the Diary of a Wimpy Kid franchise.
I was honestly surprised when I heard
This is like I was actually kind of interested. This is like a soft reboot because I think they replaced everybody.
Well, because
they did the kid dirty?
Yeah, they did.
They all got too old.
Yeah, it's really weird seeing it.
But yeah, no, definitely Alien Covenant's on the top of my list. My mom wants to go see it, and I'm trying to convince my little brother to go see it, but he's just like, nope, don't want any part of it.
Yeah, go see this rated R Alien movie.
Yeah, which is funny because, you know, we took him to go see Logan, and he had no problem with that, but Alien...
Yeah, but Logan's not scary.
Meh.
Well, arguably, yes, but yeah, no, I gotta find a day this weekend to try to see it. And then what was the other movie coming out? Everything.
Oh, everything. Yeah, which is another funny. I got invited to a bunch of screenings for that. I just like, nah, I don't even know what this is. So
it's
everything.
Another
it's a young adult movie. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
It looks like that Mars movie About that kid that comes to Mars and slowly
Space
starts to
Between
die.
Us.
It's kind of the same premise,
I'm so upset. I still haven't
bit.
seen that movie. I really wanted to see that.
It's already out on. It's out on digital HD and everything.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it on like Showbox, whatever you call that.
You could either
Show
watch
me.
that, or you could watch Everything, and get the same movie.
Very true. I mean, I'll watch it for free.
But yeah, no, so Alien Covenant, and if I have time, maybe show the rest of my family members the second Guardians of the Galaxy. But we'll see.
Okay. All right. Cool. Antoine, what stands out to you?
Of course, Alien. Even though I haven't seen the first two.
Yeah.
But I loved Prometheus. So.
Yeah. That's. I mean, really, that's all you need to see. I mean, honestly, like a lot of people have been maybe down on it because it didn't live up to the first two movies. So maybe if you kind of watch them in the prequel order and then you move on to the other ones, maybe you'll appreciate it more. I think so.
Yeah.
And I'm also watching Everything's Everything.
Okay.
Just because my mom really wants to watch
That's
it.
nice.
And it's like, what? I'm here. I haven't seen my mom in a long time. Let's go watch this movie.
Mother's Day movie
Alright.
or something?
So, yeah, just a week later.
Yeah, let's go watch this
Yeah.
girl dying when she goes outside.
Aw. Come on.
It's love.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, next week, I'll probably catch Alien again. It'll be my third viewing of the movie at this point.
Oh God!
Wow.
Then I think I might just walk into King Arthur and just bring a vodka.
Just fuck your shit up.
It's a little vodka.
Yeah, so a water bottle, vodka.
Yeah, Nick's drinking to survive at this point. Like, he can't stop. He has to drink.
Yeah, I've been drinking like every day. Just wake up and pour a shot and
Wake up,
pour a
drink.
shot into my eyeball.
Yeah.
It helps me wake up.
You might want to get that checked out. I think you might have a problem at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean that eyeball thing. That's just taking it way too far. I mean that's just. Okay. Yeah. On that note, I think it's time to move on to our news segment of this podcast. So the first topic is a very controversial thing that I don't think anyone saw coming, especially after we had heard some comments from Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman. Mm-hmm. So apparently Hellboy is getting rebooted. It's going to be R-rated, and it's going to be starring Stranger Things' David Harbour. And I think the news was announced by Mike Mignola on Twitter. Does anyone have the name of the director? I think it's like Nathaniel.
It's Neil Marshall.
Neil Marshall. Okay, who did The Descent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He also did something called Dog Soldiers, which I would tell all of you to go see because that movie is amazing.
And I think he directed some of Game of Thrones too. Actually, some episodes in there.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
So
Probably some of the best episodes, actually.
okay.
Hashtag impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Luke, I think what are your thoughts on Hellboy? First of all, getting a reboot, not Hellboy 3, and then your thoughts on the actual creative team involved in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess on the Hellboy 3 stuff, I mean, it's sad because I know that a lot of people really wanted to see a third one. I know that Del Toro really wanted to get it done, but I mean, it's almost 10 years after the Golden Army, and I don't think Golden Army made, like, a lot based on, like, what they kind of put into it. So I guess it was just kind of a risk because at this point, like, the Hellboy movies were kind of just, like, for a niche audience at that point. I guess the studio just didn't really see a point in continuing a franchise that not a lot of people were that invested in. Like, okay. I'm not saying, like, it was a minority, but I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be the big audience that I guess the studio wanted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they reboot it, they can kind of, like, just get it out into a big... Like, I guess... kind of market it out to like be a big another comic book tentpole thing because those are big right now and they can like
R-rated
market
tentpole.
Yeah, exactly, like R-rated and everything. I guess it just makes more sense now 10 years after to do a Hellboy like a new thing instead of just putting out like Hellboy 3 with just a bunch of plot lines that no one, probably new audiences, wouldn't have known about. And I mean, it's sad, but in all honesty, I actually think it's probably the best idea because I think the creative team they have behind it, because I know Mike Mignola, they have him on board, I think, to actually write the script and the screenplay and stuff. So I feel with this new direction, it's really cool because I kind of want to see a new aesthetic for these movies. And I feel like if they do it this way, we can actually get something closer to the comics because I fucking love the Hellboy comics. And the Del Toro movies are... the Del Toro movies are pretty cool, but I don't know, there's something about them. They never felt quite like the comics, and they're fine. They're fine enough on their own. I still think they're good movies, but I feel like with this we can get something a little closer to the tone and the actual feel of Mike Mignola's stuff.
Okay. You know, I think just for me personally, my thoughts, the timing of it feels odd because I felt like there was a couple months recently where there was like suddenly this weird push for a Hellboy 3, like Del Toro and Ron Perlman were like, oh yeah, we're really sitting down and talking to the studio trying to pitch them this movie, like try to save Hellboy 3 or something like that, like Hellboy 3, get it made. And then it just kind of went silent, and they were like, yeah, I don't know, I mean, they don't want to do it. And then all of a sudden, they're like, Mike Mignola's like, oh yeah, so by the way, Hellboy's getting rebooted and not having to do anything with them. Like, the thing to me is, like, he didn't even mention the Guillermo del Toro movie at all. He didn't even say, like, thanks for getting this, thanks for putting Hellboy out there. It's just like, yep, I was like, that's kind of weird, but...
Yeah, it's a little odd, yeah.
James, what do you think about a Hellboy reboot?
I mean, on the one hand, I don't really see how you could remake the Hellboy franchise, just given how iconic, the Del Toro films are. But on the other hand, I do love David Harbour, so I definitely like to see his portrayal of Hellboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like Luke pretty much said it best, because obviously it sounds like he's a huge Hellboy fan. But I mean, if they can bring something new, fresh, I'm definitely looking forward to it. A rated R Hellboy, I think, would be really cool. But again, I think the important thing is that you do it because you have a passion to do this, not because you feel that you have a contract. You feel obligated to please others. Definitely don't rush this. But yeah, I mean, I'd be curious to see, what a reboot Hellboy could do, and it'd be nice to compare and contrast about what works, what doesn't between the two.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Antoine, any thoughts on Hellboy getting another go-around?
I think it's be interesting. I'm not sure, even with this another go-around, if the franchise will still, thrive, because I guess it didn't initially thrive in a way. Like, of course, it has a big cult following, but it hasn't been like big box office hits, at least that I remember of. I don't know. I'm interested to see what's going to turn out. I have faith in it, but I don't know if it's going to deliver like money wise. I don't know if it's going to give the studio. I don't even know what the studio is expecting out of this, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird that like people have been waiting for Hellboy 3 so long, and then they gave it the big push, and all of a sudden they're rebooting it. It seems really, it's not as bad as like from like Spider-Man to like all the different iterations, but like it feels weird.
Also, what studio is this under, this Hellboy movie?
Universal?
Is it like...
Is it Universal?
I want to say Universal.
No.
I'm not too sure.
Well,
I don't think so. Let me look it up.
Well, who did the original? Warner Brothers?
I don't think it was Warner Brothers.
I'm not
It
sure.
changed studios between the first and the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael, what are your thoughts, though, on this Hellboy?
Yeah, so I'll be honest. I watched the Hellboy movies like long ago, but I remember not being too big of a fan of the franchise. But that being said, on one hand, it's like it sucks that they didn't get to give a trilogy and finish it off and get Del Toro, because I know his thoughts on it. As you mentioned, it's been kind of back and forth for a while now. He wanted to do something with like a really big budget, and I don't think he could really have got that to make the Hellboy 3 that he wanted. I think rebooting it is probably a better idea. Like you said, it's been an odd some number of years. Rebooting it for a new audience might be better. Do something different, get the R rating, and also I think in terms of the casting, David Harbour's awesome. He's kind of a hot actor right now, so I think he's a
definitely.
I think he's a good choice. So I think it is the safer and possibly better move.
I just looked this up. So apparently this reboot is being produced under Millennium Films, who did like the Sin City movies and things like that. And apparently the working title is Hellboy Rise of the Blood Queen. So that's interesting.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting, because that's like something that happens a little later in the series.
Okay, interesting. Yeah,
I would
mean, man.
I was just gonna say, I was gonna point out that like this is probably also another attempt to try to make like a cinematic universe, because literally Hellboy is like filled with a bunch of other characters that had spin-offs and had their own books and everything. So I mean, like literally this is probably like rebrand this character for like a mass audience in terms of like comic book stuff being so big, but at the same time also get in on that Marvel stuff, make a bunch of like spin-off stuff.
God damn it.
6 films, guys. 6.
Why, Luke?
6
But to
films.
be fair, all of the spin-off stuff is really good. So
No.
it is
I don't
really
want
good. The
another cinematic
BPRD,
universe.
a whole movie like around just the BPRD and without Hellboy could be pretty cool.
No,
and a
the
Lobster
RIPD.
Johnson.
Oh.
Well, they're not the same.
Okay. All right.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, I think we've said our piece on Hellboy. Kind of mixed. I hope it works out. But ultimately, it probably is the better decision, I guess, just to reintroduce the character. So the next topic is actually a movie that has also been kind of in limbo for a while, Strangers 2, which is that interesting horror film, I think, that came out in 2008. I want to say the first movie. And it had just been in back and forth. Was it getting a sequel? Was it not? I think more recently we heard it wasn't. Actually, they were working on it for a little bit. They said, yep, it was happening. And then they just said, nope, it's been dead. Now it's actually moving forward. And apparently it's going to start filming at the end of May. And possibly being released next year, I want to say. So, interesting. Michael, any thoughts on Strangers coming back to the big screen?
I never saw the first one. That mask in the original shit was way too spooky for me. That being said, I'll probably give the second one and the first one a look now. I really don't know too much about it, but how big was The Strangers?
I'm not sure. I think it made money, but it wasn't like a huge movie. But it got a very big following afterwards, like a cult following. So
Yeah.
a lot of people wanted a sequel for a while, like I said. So
Yeah, the budget was $9 million and it made $82.4 million.
oh yeah, I see right there. So
That's interesting. Well, hopefully, man. Like if there's a cult following, I might be down to check out a sequel. I gained some guts over the years.
You know, the great thing about the movie that I liked about it was that it wasn't so much like a typical kind of slasher. It was more so just like, it was just so, it felt to me very realistic. Like, you have this couple that's out in this, what is it, like a hotel or something? They arrive at like some kind of summer home or whatnot. Yeah. And these people are just terrorizing them in these creepy masks. The cool thing about it was that the people terrorizing them and popping up in the house and outside and stuff, they looked like just normal people. It wasn't just like some weird creature. It wasn't some like leather face or anything. It was just like a normal dude in some creepy mask with a knife, and you're like, oh shit! Like, it just had that kind of feeling to it that, wow, this could happen. You know, some kind of creepy thing. But Luke, what are your thoughts?
This is pretty cool. It's kind of weird though that it's happening so much later, like
10 years?
almost 10
9
years
nine
after
years,
the first
yeah.
one.
10.
Yeah, like 9 years.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Crazy.
the first one was really cool. I did really like the first one. There was like a scene that really stuck with me because I think someone asked like, "Why are you doing this?" and they just said, "Because."
Yeah, they
like
said because
literally
you were
no
home.
reason for it.
Yeah.
And it was really stuck with me because, like Nick said, this was so realistic. Like this could happen. Like
Yeah, it
home
actually
invasion
happened last night
at
to
its-
me. I just, I had to fought them off and everything. No,
That's how badass Nick is. He's like editing videos while he's like fighting
yeah,
off home
dude.
invaders.
Last night I was sitting here in my room and watching a movie, and all of a sudden I see some shadow run past my window. There's just some dude jogging outside. I don't know. It's
just killed
at
him just
10
in
p.m. I
case.
don't know. I mean, jeez.
But yeah, it was a really cool movie, so I'm excited for a sequel. I don't know why is what I kind of want to know. Why so late? Like, why now?
Also, too, I should have mentioned this in the beginning when I was introducing the topic, but they announced the cast and kind of like a short synopsis for the movie, so I'll just say that really quick. So it's going to star Christina Hendricks from Mad Men, Bailey Madison from Once Upon a Time, and Lewis Pullman from Aftermath. And the synopsis is: Strangers 2 follows a family whose road trip takes a turn when they arrive at a secluded mobile home park and the power goes out. As they hunker down for the night in a borrowed trailer, 3 familiar masked psychopaths pay them a visit to test their every limit. So, there you go. It's
Slasher in a trailer park. Oh my gosh, sign me up.
Dude, I'm hyped.
Instead of just knives, they're gonna have like axes, and I'll be like wearing trucker hats and tank tops.
Damn. Antoine, any thoughts on Strangers 2?
I guess all I could hope for is that they just bring on the kind of the anxiety and just like fear it was of like these three people, because the whole point is like you don't know who these people are. They even unmask themselves off screen to the couple. No idea who they are. I just hope it's not like, now let's really know who are the strangers and what they're doing and who they are. Like, I don't want any of that. I don't want like a prequel or anything.
The origin.
Yeah, I don't need to know like why they did this. I think it's cool to keep it. They're just three random people, just psychopaths, just for no reason terrorizing people for fun. So I hope it gets just like this. I hope it doesn't turn into like a weird twist where it's like, oh, these are actually like these three who are casted are actually the strangers. Like I don't want any of that. So.
Like they were the old strangers of people being attacked.
Yeah, like this whole movie was an actual prequel, and it's just like it turned into these three people into the strangers. Because you just named you named a guy and two girls. That's like the exact same.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The strange. So it's like I just hope that's what like doesn't happen.
I agree. James, what are your thoughts though on the strangers coming back?
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat as Michael in that I never saw the first one, so yeah, I know. I am a terrible person. But based on the description that you gave about the second one, that actually does sound kind of fun. I'm kind of imagining it as like one of those old like 1970s B horror movies that you go see at the drive-in.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if they probably did it that way, I think that'd be a lot of fun. But what I might end up doing is maybe do like a double feature where when the second movie comes out, I'll watch the first one real quick and then run over to the theater and watch the second one.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Another thing to note is too, like, how long a time span is it going to be? Is it going to be real time between the two movies, or is it going to be like this one's set like a couple months after, a year later?
Oh man, they're going to have to freaking get stuck using like flip phones and shit then, eh?
Yeah. Is this going to be a cinematic universe, the Strangers universe, and then who else is connected in this? I mean,
it's going to be connected to the freaking, what was it called?
The Bye Bye Man.
No, not Bye Bye. What's the other? The
Purge?
Purge. The Purge. Oh my! I don't know why I couldn't say The Purge. I was going to say Patriots Day.
No. That was the third movie, I think.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
might have been. I thought you were gonna say Don't Breathe.
Oh,
it's in the Get Out universe.
Yeah,
Get
one
Out
of them
universe?
was Stephen Lang. It's just Stephen Lang playing himself. He goes around cutting people's heads off.
Oh gosh.
Alright.
He's upset that he couldn't be Cable, so he's just killing people.
I'd be upset too.
Oh, my final thoughts. Strangers 2 sounds awesome. Sign me up. I can't wait to see some more from the film, and hope it works out. But our last news topic we have is something, man, this is the episode of just stuff coming back, just resurrected from the dead. I mean, wow.
Yeah, I know, dude.
This third topic right here is something that I was campaigning for forever, basically, since the 2012 Dredd film with Carl Urban. Apparently, Judge Dredd is coming to TV in a new series that is being produced exclusively by Rebellion, who is the people behind the actual comics this time in 2000 AD. So, I mean, I'm super hyped. They put out a teaser poster. It's called Judge Dredd Mega City 1. We don't know anything about the story, and we don't even know who is Dredd in this version. I hope to God it is Carl Urban, but geez, I don't know.
Right.
Luke, what are your thoughts on this, though?
So I'm kind of interested actually, but just putting it out there, I've never actually seen or read any of the Judge Dredd stuff. It was a fad that I kind of missed out on, but I'd heard really good things about the movie, and I'm kind of interested maybe in a TV series getting me into the stuff.
When the film came out, I was like, wow, this is awesome. It's everything I wanted out of a Dredd thing. The 2012 film, not the fucking Stallone one. That was terrible. But I always was like, man, if they had made this like a hardcore kind of like Netflix series, that would have been perfect. Because I think Dredd is one of those characters that really does benefit from like a kind of serialized format. like a show, I think that would be awesome. So I'm really glad it's happening, though. Michael, any thoughts?
I think it's cool that Dredd's being resurrected. You know, as we were saying, franchise coming back, and as a TV series, that sounds cool because I've heard from people saying that he would be awesome in his own TV series. So I'm glad to hear that that's happening, because I know there's been a lot of fan petitions and, you know, people trying to bring it back, whether it's in a sequel or some other medium. So it's cool to hear that. Also, I think I heard, I actually did an H&N on this when it broke. I think they said so far the synopsis is going to be about like an ensemble of judges or something, like a group of them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That.
Yeah, and also some of the producers who worked on the first one are going to be working on this as well. So we're not too sure if it's going to be connected or if it's going to be its own separate thing. So I think that's interesting. But overall, like, cool news.
Yeah, definitely.
Connected to the Stallone one.
Maybe it's connected to that one. Yeah.
No, man, no. James, what do you think about Dredd coming to TV, though?
What a glorious time for TV. I remember seeing Dredd back when it came out back a couple years ago, and I was just like, wow, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. Because especially after the Stallone movie, it was just like, wow, like that is what you call an upgrade. And I was very bummed that we didn't get another one. But to hear it come back to TV, and I'm like, okay, like maybe not movie version. That's fine. I will settle for TV.
Yeah.
Did they say what network it's going to show on?
No, but I'm trying to see. They announced another one of the partners. I'm trying to see. I'll look it up, but keep going. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, because I'm thinking like you got to give it to someone like HBO or Showtime or Netflix.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Well, I don't know. I think for this kind of show, I was going to say maybe you could give it to FX, but I think, you know, given the subject matter and the content, especially if you're trying to do it like the original comic, you'll probably want to give it to a network that can get away with showing more. And if they can do that, if they could do it like maybe like in miniseries format, I think that'd be really cool. Do it like maybe 9 to 12 episodes for a season, give it a break, and then continue on.
Okay, so it's being produced by I Am Global and Rebellion, like I mentioned, UK developers. So
it's a video game company,
not
isn't
sure.
it? It's a video game
Rebellion?
publisher. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, they own 2080 and everything. They do video games, and then they own the comics characters and stuff. So, interesting, definitely. I hope they go full on adult with it, though. Antoine, what do you think about the Judge Dredd show?
I'm definitely interested in it. I know it had a big rally behind it after, you know, the last movie came out, and that movie was really cool and very kind of, I feel underappreciated in a way. I know it didn't do that well at the box office. Yeah. But yeah, I think a TV show, for those comic characters that I feel like would also be very cool in a film, but also don't do as well. I think a lot of those are better off on like a TV screen, because especially like there's so many different judges too, and since the news coming in that there's going to be multiple judges, I'd like to see the different backgrounds and learn different reasons, and I think that'd be a more interesting way to like expand that universe, and like also hopefully do some more graphic stuff. Even though it's going to be on TV, I'd like to see like what they can do and what they can't do.
Yeah, I mean, there's such an expansive universe with this character. They can do. There's a million stories they could tackle. So I'm so hyped up. I mean, I was waiting for this announcement for years, 5 years now, and we finally got it. So yeah. But moving on to our final segment, viewer questions. Really quickly, it's kind of lightning around these two questions. So thanks again for submitting these with the hashtag #AskHybridMovies. So both of these are from Waru.
Thanks, Waru.
First one, he says, which franchise should Michael Bay not touch? James, what do you think?
Oh, that's easy. Any of them.
Any, okay. Michael.
Shrek.
So, what? Luke, what do you...
Beetleborgs.
Oh. Antoine, what do you pick?
Pearl Harbor.
Too late.
That's done.
Man.
Antoine wins that one. I like that one.
How about you? Which franchise do you not want Michael Bay to touch?
Probably any comic book stuff. Well, he already said that. Well, he already did Ninja Turtles, so whatever. I mean, that's done too.
Yeah.
You know what franchise he should touch? So I like quickly to interject something.
What was that?
If they were ever to do a live action One Punch Man, that is the one franchise he would excel the fuck at.
Ooh.
For the amount of destruction that would go on in a One Punch Man live action, I don't know, man. I feel like he could.
I don't think he'd understand. I don't think he'd understand the comedy though.
Yeah.
Just do Dragon Ball Z, just mindless violence. Go for it.
Okay. Final question. Warrior says, "Do you guys want the Shrek franchise to have more spin-offs like Puss in Boots?" I say yes, 100%. I want some more Shrek universe. Luke, what do you think?
Where's my donkey movie? I want a whole movie of just Eddie Murphy being a donkey.
No, I want a movie about the dude from the first movie, that Prince dude.
Lord Farquaad?
Lord Farquaad?
Yeah, that guy. I want his origin movie.
Yeah, sure. His origin. What can they do? There's like only so many main characters in this stupid franchise.
No, I'm waiting for a Shrek 5, 2019.
I don't want a Shrek 5.
I want a Shrek 2 reboot.
Shrek the 5th.
Shrek the 5th.
Yeah.
So what did you say? Yes or no for more spin-offs?
Sure, why not? Who cares?
Okay, Antoine, what do you think?
What? I guess.
Oh my god.
Like, I guess. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
I like that franchise for the time, but it's like, whatever.
I'm in the same
Michael?
camp. I'm in the same camp. I could care less for any of those spin-offs. If any, though, give me Gingerbread. Give me a Gingerbread spin-off.
Yes.
Gingerbread, okay.
Gingerbread.
James, what do you think?
Mike just stole mine. I was about to say, do a Gingerbread Man movie. I think that'd be great. Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else. Gingerbread Man is awesome.
Okay.
Give him a movie.
I think we're all in agreement that we need more Shrek everywhere, all the time.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for checking out Hybrid Movies episode 19. If you want to follow me on Twitter and ask me questions and talk about Shrek or whatever, you can find me on Twitter at who's_Nick. Michael, where can people find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at failwell34.
Okay, James.
People, you can find me on Twitter at hairbeverage.
All right, Antoine.
You can find me on YouTube and on Twitter at EarthEagleGT.
All right, cool. And Luke, what's your plugs?
I'm on Twitter at Baron_Zemo1.
All right, so thanks again, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Later.
Until next time.
Au revoir.
Peace.